Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to unpack the absolutely fascinating contradictions of the IPL 2026 season. Today, we are exposing the massive, and I mean massive gap between the preseason financial hype, the on-paper predictions, and the cold, hard reality of the final standings. It's honestly a brilliant case study proving that, at the end of the day, championships are won out there on the pitch, not on spreadsheets.
So, let me ask you this. Does dropping 63.85 crore in a single day guarantee an IPL trophy? Well, the answer we got in 2026 absolutely shocked the entire cricketing world. You might assume the teams with the deepest pockets can essentially just go out and buy a championship by hoarding elite talent. But, as we're going to see, the reality of team chemistry and actual on-field execution tells a completely different story.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the billion-dollar auction and the battle between the big spenders and the conservatives.
215.45 crore rupees. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is the staggering total amount that franchises deployed in a single day to acquire just 77 players. We saw records completely shattered, like Cameron Green's incredible 25.20 crore deal. But beneath all those crazy, headline-grabbing numbers was a story of extreme strategic divergence.
If you look at the auction tables, they revealed this massive strategic divide. On one hand, Kolkata Knight Riders concentrated immense financial risk, dropping nearly 64 crore total, with over 43 crore of that going to literally just two guys, Cameron Green and Matisha Patharana. Chennai Super Kings kind of followed suit. Conversely, the Mumbai Indians played it incredibly safe, deploying just 2.20 crore to fill surgical gaps, like grabbing Quinton de Kock for incredible value. We are talking about two completely polarized philosophies here.
Moving right along to Section 2, Youth over Experience and what became known as the age penalty.
Beyond just the massive team budgets, we witnessed this really ruthless, data-driven shift that revealed a stark age penalty. Get this, players under 25 had an 81% success rate of being sold, fetching an average of 2.85 crore. Meanwhile, established players over 30, their success rate plummeted to under 49%, and their average price dropped to 2.10 crore. Franchises were clearly prioritizing runway over results, which actually left proven internationals, guys like Devon Conway, completely unsold. Crazy, right?
And this absolute obsession with youth triggered a massive wealth transfer. We saw uncapped teenagers like Prashant Devere and Kartik Sharma commanding astronomical 14.20 crore deals from CSK, just completely obliterating previous salary expectations. Yet the median uncapped players still only made 30 lakh. So it created this highly volatile market where totally unproven youngsters were suddenly being valued exactly like seasoned superstars.
All right, let's look at Section 3, the danger on paper, focusing on pace and predictions. So, after the billions were spent and the dust settled, preseason analysis universally crowned the Mumbai Indians as having the undisputed #1 pace attack in the league. I mean, think about it. A trio of Jasprit Bumrah, Trent Bolt, and Hardik Pandya, that is terrifying. It promised unmatched control and just absolute death-over dominance. Punjab Kings came in second with a really versatile attack, and Gujarat Titans ranked third. On paper, Mumbai looked absolutely unbeatable.
Meanwhile, the experts were heavily backing the Gujarat Titans. Former India coach Ravi Shastri even went on record praising their sheer adaptability, pointing out that they had the roster to take pitch conditions entirely out of the equation. So the preseason consensus was pretty much set. It was all about Mumbai's raw pace and Gujarat's perfect balance.
Now for Section 4, the PBKS revolution and a massive cultural shift.
Before we reveal the final standings, we really have to talk about what happened in Mohali, because it completely defied all spreadsheet logic. And the catalyst for all of it was their captain, Shreyas Iyer. The guy completely re-engineered his game. He shifted from being a slow anchor with a strike rate of 126 to an absolute terror of a finisher, striking at 186. He was destroying bowling attacks, hitting 1050s over the last 2 years, and managed to turn his historic weakness against the short ball into a massive scoring strength.
But the really crucial point is how this personal transformation fundamentally changed his leadership. Iyer instilled 3 simple rules: absolute freedom to play your natural game, trusting your inner feeling, and accepting no option other than winning. This created a totally fearless brotherhood. And it's exactly how players like Priyansh Arya were empowered to hit 93 off 37 balls, and how Punjab successfully chased down a video game-like score of 260 against Delhi. Just incredible stuff.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, the final standings, where reality strikes.
Because as we know, sports aren't played on paper. Here is the actual reality of the 2026 points table. Royal challengers Bengaluru quietly and efficiently claimed the #1 spot. Gujarat Titans proved Ravi Shastri absolutely right, locking in second. Sunrisers and Royals rounded out the top 4. And Shreyas Iyer's revolutionary, fearless Punjab Kings, heartbreakingly, they missed the playoffs by a single point.
But honestly, the ultimate irony lies right at the bottom of the table. Just look at where the preseason juggernauts ended up. Kolkata Knight Riders, the team that threw nearly 64 crore at the auction, finished down in 7th place. And the Mumbai Indians, universally ranked as having the most lethal pace attack in the entire tournament, they crashed to 9th place, winning only 4 matches all season. Which leaves us with a staggering reality check. How on earth does this happen? How do the most terrifying on-paper pacers and the franchise taking on the absolute most concentrated financial risk both fail so spectacularly, while a balanced team like RCB tops the table?
Well, this season proved some really fundamental truths. Concentrating massive financial risk on just 2 or 3 players backfires horribly when your supporting cast can't step up. Investing heavily in a superstar pace attack, it doesn't guarantee wins if the squad mechanics aren't clicking. Ultimately, balanced consistency tops the league, and a fearless team brotherhood can make a squad infinitely more dangerous than their individual price tags suggest.
So I'll leave you with this thought to ponder as you reflect on these astonishing results. As we look toward the future of franchise cricket, we really have to ask, in the modern game, does massive money actually buy momentum, or does it just buy immense pressure? Have we finally outgrown the era of the individual superstar? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I hope it gave you a whole new perspective on what it actually takes to build a winning team.
Welcome